I was going for a degree in sports medicine, but because I wanted to get most of my gen ed credits out of the way freshman year, my first class of the day was creative writing. I was already acutely aware I'd made a mistake choosing it, because grades were heavily based on participation, and the professor expected us to read our stuff out loud a lot of the time, something I would have rather taken a bullet than do. Not to mention, the time we weren't writing our own stories, we were supposed to critique someone else's. What the hell did I know about good writing? I subtly scrolled down my Instagram feed, half listening to her explanation of what kind of feedback was more helpful for your critique partner. When she announced that instead of writing a story that would be due in a week like we've been doing, this time we'd be partnering up with someone to collaborate on a story due in 2 weeks, I had to suppress a groan. Placing my phone down on the desk, I didn't bother hiding my grimace. I couldn't help but notice several girls glance hopefully in my direction. At least I wouldn't struggle finding someone to work with. "Partners have been randomly assigned, so come check the sheet here to see who you'll be working with," she explained, before going on about the expected word count and other parameters. Okay, never mind about that whole finding a partner thing. The class was mostly women, so I'd probably end up getting lucky on that front anyway. Most of the students shuffled up out of their seats to go read the sheet, but before I could even get up from my desk, I heard someone eagerly calling out my name, and the voice definitely did not belong to a cute girl. When I turned to see who'd called for me, I was met with the sight of another guy. He was smiling and waving, way too enthusiastically in my opinion. We weren't being called down to the Price is Right stage. It was just a lame-ass writing assignment. "Hi!" He greeted me before he was even done making his way over to me. "I'm Ren Suzuki. We're partners. I already checked," he added, as if to discourage me from challenging his statement. "Okay." "You're Maddox Holmes, right?" he asked. "That's me." "Okay, cool." He paused slightly, the earnestly happy look on his face flickering off for a brief second. "Is everything okay?" "What?" Guilt poked me in the gut at his worried tone, but if he expected me to be as passionate about creative writing as he apparently was, he was in for a big dose of disappointment. "Yeah, everything's cool." "Why?" "Oh, you just look kind of annoyed." Oh, great. I was the biggest asshole in the world because I wasn't jumping for joy over a group project. "I don't really like this class," I admitted. His nervous look dissipated at my response. "Oh man, me neither," he said, shaking his head a little. "I don't know how I'm going to keep coming up with ideas for the whole rest of the semester. We've only done like 2 or 3 and I feel like my brain is cleaned out already." I blinked a few times, confused. If he didn't like the class, then why did he barrel over here like I was running a Black Friday sale for my desk? "Right," I agreed, hoping my tone of voice would signify agreement and not the fact that I thought he might be a little mentally off. "Me too." "Well, we'll think of something," he assured me, his velvety brown eyes practically sparkling. His optimistic tone didn't inspire confidence in me, but I made sure not to let it show on my face. I wasn't entirely sure why, but the thought of making him frown again felt out of the question.